around the time of Panama, there were a lot of people that were that were making things, and there were people making things, and there was a lot of people like going and making more of something and then selling it for cheaper. And there was a lot of this stuff where someone invents something and then someone else takes credit for it or outsells them or sells it for cheaper. And so, and also the Republicans wanted, they found out because the plans, the Panama had been planned for like 50 years before it was completed. And so the Republicans got those plans and then basically ran to the patent office because I created the patent office, and then and I was allowing people who invented things to patent things, and then I would buy their patent from them or whatever. So anyway, the Republicans ran to the took the plans and ran to the patent office and put in the plans and said, "We're patenting the canal for the Republic, for Republicans." And I was like, what the fuck? Basically. These little pinche bendeja pieces of shit. Because they were saying, well, if you're going to use the canal, you're going to have to pay us. And I was like, the fuck you said. And I said, that's it. I told my engineers, I will pay you double. Go back, redesign those locks. We're not going to use that. Nobody tells me that I have to pay them to use my canal. So my men went back, redesigned the locks a lot better, actually. They created a whole new system for them. And then went to the patent office for me, and there was a shootout from those pinche pendeja pieces of shit Republicans that were waiting out front of the patent office so they could kill my people and take those plans in and patent it and do it again. My people returned fire and killed them. And then they walked in and put the plans on the table and said, we're patenting this for Germany and whatever, my people, for my scientists and me. Anyway, it's my canal. And I was not, and it is not the Republicans' canal. It is not Washington, D.C.'s canal. It is not anyone's canal other than mine. And I paid for every single bit of that canal and the locks. And no Republican or Democrat piece of shit was going to get in my way. Anyway, nor would the Hells Angels. I was very pissed off to find out that I had to pay a Republican or Democrat anything, or federale. And I said, it's my canal. I spent a great deal of money on it. And that was that. And when they came to take it over, I paid gold and had them killed. Like I said, I was very, very pacific. Because the federal government, the federales, wanted to take over my canal because they were like, well, if we can't do it legally, then we'll do it by force. And I was like, oh yeah? Oh fucking yeah? For a while there, Germany held the canal. It's like, you do not tell Lusifer White Star Line, me, what I can and cannot do. Not ever. Anyway, I was really pissed. So, anyway, yeah, they died. Quite a few people died. And actually, for a while there, there was even one time I think I shut down the canal. I was like, we're closing the canal and no one will pass. It shut down. I think I might have actually done that. I might have actually even shut down the canal. Just like, everything turned off. That's it. It was my canal. I'm done with it. And I actually had people out there with cannon You know, I could put battleships out front of the canal. It's my fucking canal. You come down my canal, I blow the shit out of you. Anyway, there were times when the federales or whatever, it's like my men, my German people, my people, my steamships, my Titanic was going to go through that canal. I was very proud. I was like, yay, my Titanic can go through. I practically built the canal because they wanted to charge my Titanic to use the canal. And I was like, you said what? You want to charge me, the owner of the Titanic, to use my own fucking canal? Anyway, I was pissed. So, anyway, like I say, the reason why the canal was actually even finished was because I greenlighted the nuclear bombs. We invented them, we created them, and we used them on the canal. Anyway, I got really pissed off. I probably shouldn't have. I was a young child. I got really mad. Luckily, some other people got mad for me. But anyway, I used to have like at least 4 or 5 bodyguards for every single one of my people, which is something that none of the other people can say. For a minute there, I thought Truman or whatever, but he's just a Republican piece of shit, apparently. I don't really know. I mean, like I say, JFK, Nixon, Jimmy Carter, some Hells Angels, some other people basically wanted to be stupid. So, anyway, it's my canal, it's for my shipping, it was for my things. It was a very profitable place, too. So, I used my aircraft to fly over it. You know, it was my explosives, my nuclear weapons that were used to my nuclear explosives that were used. They wouldn't have finished it, but I said, okay, let's use the nukes for it, and they blew up sections of it. And I think the water channel, there's a water channel that goes down through it actually that had to be repaired. They had to put in a pipe or something. There's a lot of money, a lot of work that went into the canal. It was a huge project. You know, it was massive in effort and scale. And there's like a hydropower plant part of it too. I mean, it's actually you could almost consider it a city itself because there's a hydropower plant in it. There's even maybe even a subway or something that was going to connect the 2 sides of the continent because I was like, well, the canal goes the whole way, so let's go ahead and, you know, and then later on they might have started using it for more hydropower or something like that because there was a subway that would go between one side of the country and the other side of the country underneath there. There's a tunnel that I paid for. I paid for a lot of stuff. Like, it's a huge undertaking. And it really pissed me off that people would just, like, at the last minute, once it's done, once it's finished, once it's glorious and everything else, that people would be like, oh, it's mine, we're going to charge you. It's like, you said what? Anyway, that's why, you know, I mean, it came down to a war or whatever where some Republican, where it was going to be me or them. And well, they're not with us anymore, like I say. Some of them I let die of old age so I could get them later. And some of them, like I say, JFK, he's not... I have a nice, happy memory about JFK and what happened to him. And I know what happened to Jimmy Carter as well. Have a nice, happy memory of that person too. And even Rodney. I know about the ends of lots of people that have annoyed me. And everyone else was actually kind of taken care of by... Well, Nixon was actually going after his own people, which is JFK. He went after his own people. So he just killed all his own people so he could have all the money. No counting for friends, what can I say? Kill your friends. That's what he did.